Hey, what's good out there in YouTube world? This is Big Gene from Raw Deal The Last Big Night. We're on Cooking and Conversation. Thank you, and I'm glad I got you. Oh, Miss K, you beat everybody today. How you doing? Mud Jones, what's up with you? Fat Slim. Um, Probably Entertainment. Got some people out there in Waco, Texas. What's up, Mr. Machiavelli? How you doing, everybody? You know, I told y'all today I will be making this rice, and when I get a better setup, it's going to be better pictures and better everything. It's just going to take a little time, man. You know, still got one of them youngins in college. Yo, too smooth. What's going on with you, man? Taj, what's going on out there? Thank you for working for me tonight. So I know everything is going to be pretty straight. Taj is over there in the UK. Yo, Taj, send me the name of that place again so I can shout you out over there. Uh, Corey Weldon, what's up with you, man? Ice, what's up, bro? How y'all doing out there, big homie? I'm gonna get to a lot of y'all, man. I call y'all name out because I'm glad to see y'all here with me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for no any other accolades. I appreciate y'all coming in here, spending y'all time with me. And I'm gonna tell you why I waited, and I'm gonna give you this Uncle Gene section. But first of all, I'm gonna put this rice on. I have this chicken already chopped up right there. That's a breast of chicken that came from the can. I know the sodium, but I rinsed it and everything. So I don't want to hear that. That's some kale that I got from this bag that I chopped up, and the different peppers. Put those peppers in there with the onions and stuff like that. If you know me, I like onions and all like that. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna saute that in some olive oil. Here go my brown rice. Kind of get a little healthier. I heard that they got this new rice out, that sweet potato rice. It's supposed to be good and it's supposed to be healthy. And I got my eggs on right here. I already chopped them up so I can get into this story and let y'all know a little bit more about myself. Um, because when the book finally came out, we finished a couple of chapters, and you're gonna want to know about me. So, you know, I'm gonna let you know how and why I waited so long. And everybody think that I waited long to come out with this whole onslaught against Diddy, and I still get it in my DMs, I guess what you call it. I still get it in the YouTube and everything. How everybody is saying that, like not everybody, just a few people in there, and always speaking, yo, Diddy this, Diddy that. Man, listen to me. Let me just tell you right now. If you his friend, you're my enemy. You don't need to be on here. The enemy, the 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 enemy of my enemy, I considered my friends, and the friends of my enemy are my enemies. You get that? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and the friends of my enemy is my enemy. You could chalk up any kind of way you want it. All these guys talking about how I shouldn't come on here and talk, and how somebody is going to do something to me. Man, listen to me. We grew up with, in order to get some, you got to bring some. That's how we came up. I ain't never been scared. You get me? I ain't never been scared. I've been fearful, but I ain't never been scared. Nobody, nothing. So keep clicking your T keyboards. I'm not going to delete you or nothing like that. Keep clicking your T boards and saying what somebody should do. You might want to pick it up for them and find out for yourself. Why? How could this kid from St. Louis come in the midst of Harlem in the 80s when it was serious, all through the 90s, make a name, make a position for itself, watch out for some of the top moguls in the country, be in front of the door of some of the top parties? Don't think I'm just up on here, man. This has been planned out. I've been waiting. Waiting and debating for so long, starving like Marvin for a Cool J song. I've been waiting. I sat behind my desk, went to work every day waiting. Only time I came out with information about anything is when Miss Wallace asked me. Biggie Mama asked me to get on Nick Bloomfield, Big, and Tupac. And I did it for her. All right? Puff knew I did that and still asked me to come back to work for him in 99. Do you know why? Because he needed me more than I needed him. Yo, let me just tell you something, bro. Put you up on game. One of my friends that I loved back in the day, I wasn't truly honest with her. I loved her, and she knew I took care of her. I wanted her to be better than what she was seeing for herself. She sent me, and I took a picture of it. And it's right here. Let me see if I get a. She sent me something. You see, that's a flyer from way, I know it's shabby, but that's a flyer from way back then. Slick and the Family, 112, St. Nick. Mecca Audio, all people we was inviting to a party we was doing. I think we was probably doing this party after a boat ride or something. But look what it says at the bottom. Another big jean swing thing. Get in where you fit in. One of the viewers who saw my intro. Let me run this intro back for some of the people who are new who didn't see it. And I know y'all gonna get on me about it. I don't care, man. Listen here. Like my man said, yo, Gene, they come to see you. And I got a story to tell today, man. Not only do I got a story to tell, I got a little thing I want to put up on y'all. Okay, here you go. Reaction. They start mixing the facts in. They put their story with your like that's really what happened. Women from buddies, fellas from buddies, women. It's a trait that's passed down from old heads right now to they children. Let me run that one more time.
Show, cooking and conversation.
Let me run that one more time. That's me in the back, me in the back, me in the front, me, BBJ and me, Fat Joe, Cherokee the Body and Pinky. That last picture was me and Lil Ferg father, D Ferg father. We was at a celebrity basketball game. All right. We was at a celebrity basketball game. Now check this out. I've always been doing my thing. I was a hustler's hustler. I didn't sell no drugs. I gave parties. I took what I learned in college. When I seen the different organization, shout out to Omega Psi Phi out there, Ice, all the bros who come here and see me. Yo, I took what I learned in school and brought it to the streets. I took the streets to the schools. They wasn't going to Virginia Beach. They wasn't going to the Greek picnic. I took Mike Cock and D Ferguson to the Greek picnic. They lost their mind. They couldn't believe all the women and the men, everybody was together. There was no parties. No fights or nothing like that. No incidents. None whatsoever. Ice, if you too old for that, in the Philly on the west side of Philly with the Greek picnic. I don't know if you old or young, bro, but they used to show out over there. Jones Beach, the picnics. Then D was like, yo, Gene, we need to do a picnic. All right, we do the Bird Mountain picnic. That was in my name. All that stuff was in my name when we went there. So I was getting it. I was known, and being an athlete and boxing out the Salvation Army, having a sensei, Cedric Malone, shout out to Cedric out there in Virginia, he's a reverend. I had a nice knuckle game. I've been carrying a gun ever since I was 12 years old. Now, I'm not promoting that, but I'm just letting you know, growing up in St. Louis, growing up out in Wellston, I knew how to carry a gun for a long time. Putting it in your boot, putting your two-piece in your boot, your 2.5, your deuce, had a 410 sawed-off shotgun. I'm not promoting that, but that's how I grew up. So it wasn't nothing for the dudes in New York to acclimate me into what they was doing and how they was doing it. I waited for a long time, man, to tell my story. I stood up for these guys in front of the feds. I don't remember. I don't recall. But they can't make you not remember. You could say to the feds, you could say to anybody, I don't recall right now. I don't remember. Well, until they can show you proof of something, and then you could come back and say, oh, I remember now. Well, why you remember now? I don't know. Something hit me and I remembered. Or you can go up under your Fifth Amendment right. If you go up under your Fifth Amendment right, that means that you're going to have to stay, you can stay in jail, in custody, until the life of the trial. I waited for a long time to tell my story. Zucker, what's going on? 313. Let the dude. What up, bro? Lindy Van Gogh. What's good with you? All right. When D-Rock, big man, got out of jail, I got in touch with him to tell him my story, to ask him questions, to try to have a conversation with him about what went down that night. As one man to another, he promised me, gave me his number. We're going to get together. We're going to do this. We're going to talk, bro. All right. I didn't know his full involvement with Puff, but I had heard. Yo, Rock is working for Puff. Who else he going to work for? What else he going to do? Shout out to Wilson. Shout out to St. Louis. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Connecticut. What's up, Christian? We had a couple of Spanish dudes from NYPD, Christian, that was working for Bad Boy. All right? That mean anything. Yo, before I leave here, I want to tell y'all something about that kid that just got killed in the Bronx by the NYPD. I'm going to tell you what I thought and what I said, and I knew what I was talking about because I was telling somebody way before they came out with the information. Mark Walker said he remembered Virginia Beach like it was yesterday. Man, we used to go down to Virginia Beach and act a fool. It was crazy. They stopped that. Brought in the marshal. What they brought in the National Guards. Oh, we don't want these blacks over here no more. All right. So now, like I said, I went on those programs from Ms. Wallace. She'll tell you. But yeah, I went back to work for Puff in 99. And people were like, yo, why you go back to work for him? The money was good. He wasn't, I gotta be professional. He wasn't doing me and cheating me. He was cheating his artists and everybody else. Like I told people, I got paid on time. Josette Jones, thank you again, Miss Jones. That's the second time I've seen you in the super chat. You know, y'all can super chat Big Gene, and those who know how, or you can go to PayPal. That's Big Gene I think it's Big Gene 52 and the super chat. No, this was that Cash App and PayPal at Big Gene 52. Thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate that, Miss Josette, for saying that. All right. So now, D-Rock come home, give me his number. We're gonna have this conversation because I want to get into him. I want to see Yo Rock. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm feeling effed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you had to do your time and everything like that, but I want to know why y'all came to that party that night. I knew why. I knew what was the reason was, and I know who the culprit was behind it. Because if y'all didn't go see Cheese, Eggs, and Grape, the the betrayal, y'all don't understand the whole thing of it. The betrayal, Biggie Smalls, got great numbers. I appreciate that. But you have to go and see Cheese, Eggs, and Grape, the betrayal, part 2. Because it gets deep into that. Appreciate the support. Let me move this up. Phoenix Suns, he said New York. Now, I ain't going to say all New York, but my man Mums had a good one-on-one. My man Mums, me and him got into a scrap. I knocked his man out, and he took up the thing for his man. He was nice with his. I get that to my man Mums. Shout out to Mums out there. We got tight after that. Love a good fight, man. Well, I used to. I'm old now. Me and my man out in Wellston, Joe. I forgot Joe Lee or Joe, something like that. I forgot, man. We used to fight every time we seen him. We didn't even know what we was fighting for. Every time we see each other, we just knuckle up and go at it. Tyson Dawson, what's up with you, bro? April Poole. Yeah, I'm going to get on the industry right there. We're going to definitely do that. There go my cousin again, James Robinson. James, appreciate you, man. Super chat. Always showing love. You and Miss Linda. Miss Linda Green, always showing love. James Robinson, appreciate you, bro. All right. So now, me and D-Rock, I'm calling him like he owed me child support. Supposed to meet up on a Sunday. Didn't show up. We got our haircut from the same dude, Dre. Talk to Dre. Dre going to a party. Yo, D-Rock did. Yo, tell D-Rock, man, we supposed to be walking. We supposed to be talking, man. What's going on? Yeah, I told him, big bro. I told him like that. I said, all right, cool. Call him again. Yo, Rock, what's going on? Next time you get your haircut, man, listen here. And everybody know Rock has to stay crisp. You know what I'm saying? Get your haircut. Give me a call. I'm running around there, see where you at. Ain't see Rock. Next thing you know, the number get changed. So now my man Red Bud go holler at him. Now, Red Bud used to hold down Kim them in the whole 9 yards. And he about his business. He gutter times 3. That's my brother. He a devout Muslim, but he gutter times 3. He about his business. And, we all grow out of that and get older and everything like that. So Bud was like, yo, man, y'all know Gene is a good dude. He held y'all. He used to do things, whoop-de-whoop, blase this, that, and the third. Oh, man, Puff said he ain't effing with him, this, that, and the third. Well, it ain't about Puff. It's about me and you and your conversation, D-Rock. You will see in the book, I caught a case. A dude tried to say I put the gun to his head and smacked him in the mouth and did all this crazy stuff. So they was trying to send me to jail for 10 to give me 10 and a half years. And during that time, I tried to call a favor from yours truly, 50 Cent. Went and I got a picture of me and him together. I went and waited online because everybody in that industry, let me just tell you something, man. Everybody in the industry, if they know somebody or close to somebody, they don't want to go to them and talk to them and tell them and say, you looking for them, you need to talk to them. And then when you run up on them and you get close to them, yo, nobody never said nothing to me. And the dude will be right there next to him. They could be lying. It's no honor in that whole, that industry stuff, man. There's no honor amongst those guys once they get big, man. I'm letting you know that. Whatever you want and that whatever you need to get, you get it right then. You don't wait. Man, don't wait for yours. Get yours, have your contracts, have your paperwork right. Get yours right then. And that's going to make a good thing. So me and Rock never hooked up. Then I seen this video with him and he behind Diddy. And I was like, times have changed. He was behind him talking about nobody owes somebody nothing and this, that, and the third. I was like, Rock? The streets have changed, huh? The streets have changed. This man led your man, and you know it, to be gunned down in the streets of California. But I get it. You got to eat. I waited a long time to tell my story. You hear my story, I want you to just judge it. You put all the pieces, what been said. Oh my God, I went out. Oh, it popped back up? Yo, somebody let me know, did it pop back up and say, because my connection is going bad. Am I still on? Did Snoop set up the Big Death and if he was informed? I don't know if Snoop set it up, but Big and them thought that why was Snoop calling them all the time? They were saying that amongst their camp. And now I can't see all these niggas getting together like that. It's crazy. Your enemy, my friend. Your friend, my enemy. Ricky Jennings, what's going on? Ricky Jennings said New York got that 52 knuckle game. All right. 52 shots, huh? Laying you in jail for the rest of your life because you scared to swing back. Swag like, what's up with you? Y'all want me to get this rice on, man, so y'all can see it how it's cooked real quick. I'm gonna drop this saute for y'all who just came in. I chopped these kale up a little bit. Some of these peppers. Chopped up an onion. I'm gonna throw it in the skillet back here with this olive oil. Throw a little salt and pepper on top of it. I'm gonna cook these eggs right here. I got these eggs that way a little bit so y'all can see. Yes. Got these eggs right here. I'm gonna make these eggs. So listen, like I said, For this guy who always, yo, G, why you always getting on Puff? Why you always saying you went back to work for him? I worked for the Division of Parole for 27 years. And I didn't like how they was treating certain guys, and I fought against them with certain guys, certain people. You understand? And a story to tell about one guy I fought about, right? I don't know if I even told y'all this story before, because I was speaking to somebody, probably one of my moderators, about it. It was this kid. He lived, his Swiss Beats uncle lived right next door to him, right, in the Bronx. You know, he managed Swiss Beats. And I used to go to his house and see him. This kid was working for one of those drug treatment programs. He had got his life together, started changing and everything like that. He said, yo, he got his life together. So it was cool. So I'm dropping these eggs right quick. Stir them around. And I got this saute. Kale. I'm sauteing this kale right here. So this kid was working for this program. So he was jumping in the cab, had his book bag on, and the cops pulled him over. Wasn't a uniform cop, it was the jump out boys. They pulled him over. So they pulled him over, and they tried to get him out the car. Now this kid was one of those light-skinned Jamaicans with hazel eyes. I was like, where the fuck did he come from? Light-skinned Jamaican with hazel eyes. Smart brother. Was going to school at the College of New Rochelle, getting his degree and everything like that. These eggs, I'm going to scramble them light just like that. We're going to leave that alone. That's good right here. Go see what we're going to do with that. See how we sauteed that real quick? Real light. Just want to saute that. You want that to have just a little crunch to it. So you don't want to do it real heavy. We done with that. I move this pot over. I got my brown rice. I'm going to throw a little olive oil in this pan. I'll put this rice in there. We're going to let that fry a little bit. Right? So now this kid going to work every day, no problem. Babe, he got his girlfriend is pregnant. Got his life together. Used to sell a lot of drugs. Got out that game and everything like that. Became a drug counselor, doing all of what he's supposed to do. Everything he right. When I go to his house, he had his house. When I go to his job, he had his job. Not having a problem. Everything. The cops pull him over, and he knows his rights. He said the cops told him to get out the car. He said, "What for?" He said, yo, I told you to get out. Listen, you stopped the cab driver. You're supposed to ask him for his information. You ain't got nothing to do with me. If I get out this cab, I'm going to catch another cab because I got to get to work. They roughed him up, took his head, and put him on the side of the curb. They stumped his head. When I went to the hospital to see him, All this is bruised up. Yo, he couldn't see. They beat the, yo, man, listen, listen to me. I ain't beat like that, man. So they said he had 280 something slabs of heroin on him. I'm like, nah, not this kid. That's what they said in the police report. In the documentation in court, they said he had 200 and something pills of ecstasy. Now, you know the difference from ecstasy and heroin. If heroin is in a slab or these little cellophane things in print, and you're not going to make that mistake when you're doing your information, you writing your stuff down. But the cops did. It wasn't no mistake. They lied. They lied on the kid. So my director told me to write a warrant on him. I said, man, I'm not writing a warrant on that kid. He said, what? He said, I want a warrant in 2 days. I said, you won't get it from me. I'm going to stir this rice up. As you stir the rice up, and you know it's cooking, you want to take a little soy sauce. I should have opened this up before I got to y'all. Like they do on television, them Good Chef. They have their stuff open up. Oh my God. Have everything prepped before it. I'm doing it right here in front of you. Take a little soy sauce. We're going to go in there. Not that much to make it brown. Just a little. About a tablespoon. Then you're going to take the browning sauce to make it brown. Because anybody from St. Louis know we like our rice brown. It's going to be a little dark brown, but it's going to be brown. I'm going to take that kale and I'm going to put it in here. So I tells my boss, I'm not writing no warrant on this kid, man. This kid is doing everything right. I don't believe it. Look at the paperwork. I said, look at the paperwork. In the police report, it says he has heroin. In the court documents, it said he had ecstasy. Yo, I'll put my job on this, man. Them cops is lying. He said, your job is on this.
Yes.
There goes Siri again. He said, your job is on this. And and you think I ain't telling the truth? Rodney Young. He's the bureau chief in the Bronx. He said, your job is riding on this. I said, man, this kid didn't do that, dog. I went to the hospital. I talked to him. Yo, he couldn't even cry. He said, Deal, I didn't do that, bro. Them cops beat me up for nothing. I said, bro, I believe you. You got a baby on the way. You got a good job. You working on your degree. There's no reason for you to go back to the street. Now, we got some guys who do that. They use that as a facade, and they still be in the street doing the same thing. But I just didn't believe this kid was doing that. There was something about that I didn't believe this kid was doing that. Don't you know? They dropped all the charges. He put up he won a suit. He only got like 300 some thousand out the suit, but they dropped all the charges against him. If I would have locked him up, he would have lost everything. They dropped all the charges against this kid. Guess what happened? You ain't gonna believe it happened. Because I still, on everything I love, I believe they killed that boy. A rice is fried. I'm gonna take this chicken I got right here. I'm gonna throw it over in there right quick. You can use any kind of meat you want to use. Gonna cut that off. We good? I'm gonna throw these eggs in there. I'm not gonna eat this like this. I'm just making this little plate to show y'all. Fried rice from Young One Dumb Guy. Fried rice, y'all. I love the eggs in the rice. I'm sorry, y'all. This is from One Young Dumb Guy. Come get your plate. A year later, they found him in the Port Chester, Bronx at his car. No signs of robbery, but somebody shot him dead. He won a lawsuit against the city. Those guys was brought up in charge, maybe lost their job. This kid was found shot dead in the Bronx. Let's talk about another incident. And I know I'm going to catch flack for this, and I'm going to get back on the industry for y'all. Here in New York City, they stopped the stop and frisk law. This union president for NYPD got on television, and he was allowed to say, oh, this soulless individual killed the cop. He said this soulless individual killed this cop. Let's peep game. 2 days later, we find out that it's friendly fire. All the bullets and both of the individuals were by the cops. They said they found a gun, a revolver on that individual, the kid that they killed, and they killed their own. That kid never pulled the weapon, if he had a weapon. That person, Patrick Mahoney, whatever his name was allowed to call soulless. Let me just tell you something. Most hated gang in Incorporated, where the oxtails, buddy. I make two kinds of oxtails, brother, but they St. Louis style. They not the Jamaican style, bro. Knuckle gang, what's up with you, bro? Hood alumni. Thank you. King Zulu, what up, fam? All right, check this out. So now, when they first reported this incident about the kid in the Bronx, I said to everybody who was around me, I said, it was 3 cops in the car. Those the jump out boys. He said, what do you mean jump out boys? They looking for something. Now, the cops in New York City is real thirsty because Mayor de Blasio put that no frisking law. That you can't just run up on somebody and frisk them and stop them for no reason. So now, they catch this kid walking late at night, probably going home in his neighborhood and everything like that. And they stopped him. This one cop run out the car, run up on him. The first thing they want to do is search you or try to touch you. You as a black man, what are you touching me? What are you doing me for? Oh, he reaching for my gun. No, you trying to touch me and you got your hand on your gun. What are you doing? They said the officer was trying to question him. Question him about what at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? When there's there's no stop and frisk law in New York City. What are you stopping and questioning him for? That's the story they gave. That's somebody's child because somebody wasn't doing their job. Because their job wasn't to stop and question him in the middle of the night. And if somebody's listening to me and they're a family member of that individual, please make sure they do the history on that gun where it came from. Make sure they check the serial numbers and found out where that gun was bought, sold, stole, or whatever from. Because it may have been in a police lockup before. I'm heated behind that, man. Had they not stopped that kid, the cops wouldn't have shot the other cop. I don't know about you, but I've been put in that position before. When they run up on you and they want to touch you and do all this and do all, man, get your hands off me. Or they pull you over in the car and talk crazy to you, not respectful. I let them go a little bit wrong, then I cuss them out and call them everything but a child of God. Now, Mr. Patrick Mahoney, whatever your name is, you're a union rep, yo, for the cops, who's the soulless characters now? There was cops who shot cops. They didn't see that kid pull no weapon, have no weapon, or nothing. I was upset about that. Charles Craig, what's up with you, boy? Nah, Charles, you ain't gotta be no fun boy to like somebody's style. I used to like fucking Chaz style. Chaz Williams, American Gangster. Used to love his style. T.God, most hated game. There you go with the Moxdale again, most hated game. Let me see who I got any questions. Christine Levitt, Ali Vega, Nas, and AZ. I don't know facts. Stop that, Tim, man. Don't be doing that, man. Yeah, I think his name was Gonzalez. He was with Bad Boy at the time. I don't know. Am I still on the air or something like that? No questions from anybody. It says not unable to connect to chat. They said he wasn't able to connect to Roach. What up, Roach? So now, if I'm still live on here, man, y'all got your fried rice. I'll say it again. That's why my fat ass can't lose no weight. One young dumb guy. Anyway, so now my man go to D Rock, talk to him, see like that. Yo, sit down, talk to Gene. Gene won't notice that nothing come of it. Now, during this whole time, y'all gotta understand this. I work for the state of New York. In order to have that job, you have to have a college degree, you have to go through training, you have to, score on tests, the whole 9 yards. You have to take classes, courses, all that stuff while you in training. When you get out, you still got to take courses and training because everything changes. Me, if I got in trouble in the streets, females or whatever the situation was, want to make up stories, the first thing they do is call your job. After Big got killed, I was put on this list. And that list was, we want him out of there. He makes the agency looks bad. He fight for the parolees. He tell them their rights. He hang around with these industry people. We want him out of there. This when this Milk Brown, one of the guys, he used to look like this. He ain't had no neck. Milk. Yeah. He hated me because I went into a bar, Perks, and some officers at the bar down there, female officers. Perks was my place right there on 120th, I think, in Manhattan Avenue. I seen the ladies down there. The lady at the bartender knew me, yo. Make sure you get my chicken wings together because they was cooking in there, and bring me a bottle. I used to get a bottle of champagne. And all those drinks that those ladies down there, give them a drink on me. Let them know it's from me. He was down at the director. He's down there talking, and the lady said, we didn't order no more drinks. No, that guy down there, he sent these drinks to y'all. And they go, oh, Deal, hey, Deal. That's how a man's supposed to. From that point, he hated me. Sucker. He hated me. He did everything to get rid of me. Everything. I won an arbitration hearing 2 or 3 times against him. The last time I was out of work for like 2 years. And I was rolling with Scott Storch at the time. Shout out to Scott Storch. You'd have listened to me, you'd have never had those issues and those problems. You know what I'm talking about. I used to try to tell you way before you even got into that, right? So anyway, I beat the arbitration, took it to the Supreme Court in New York State Supreme Court, and I won there too. That's how bad he didn't want me to have my job. Sometimes our own people be the one. But I won. And they used to call me Don Corleone for that. But I used to get in trouble. And what I mean, well, it wasn't me. It was, like you out there, you doing your thing. It's haters, real haters. But they used to always bring up the bad boy situation. I don't care what it was. We go to arbitration. They ain't talking about what I did. They talking about the bad boy thing. They talking about the situation with bad boy. I waited a long time. I waited a long time to finish so I could do what I got to do for the rest of my life to tell these stories. I'm here to tell these stories. So somebody asked me that I didn't tell the story about the Lox. Everybody knows the story about the Lox when they was doing the Bad Boy album, No Way Out. I told that story. I don't have too many Lox stories. I don't have too many Lox stories. I can't, it's not connecting to I don't know why it's not connecting to the chat. It's Charles Craig. It's not connecting to the chat. I'm sorry. So listen here, man. Let me tell his Uncle Gene story. No, I'm not telling the Hot 97. Let me tell his Uncle Gene story. Now, it was this cat. And this was written in one of the magazines before. He was looking for the perfect high. Now, I know some of y'all about to get out of here, but I'm here up and tell this story so I won't be over an hour. This dude was looking for the perfect high. So he had tried the best marijuana, the weed, dope, drinking, everything. He was looking for the perfect high. So he ran over to this Buddhist guy because they told him that they knew what a perfect high was and how to get high. So he went over to the Buddha. He said, "Yo, Buddha, they told me you knew what a perfect high was, man. I want to get it, man. I gotta have it, man. I can make money. I could use it for myself. Yo, where that perfect high at?" And so the Buddha looked at the guy and said, "Yo, my brother, the perfect high is within yourself." He's like, "Yo, what? The perfect high is in myself." Man, get the fuck up out of here and pulled out the strap. He pulled the strap. He said, "Yo, Buddha, if you don't tell me where that stuff at, I'm gonna blow your head off. You're gonna be, I'm gonna pop you to the white meat." And Buddha was like, "Listen, it's half across the world." He said, "I got money. Go get it. I'm gonna go get it. Just let me know where it's at." He said, "It's halfway around the world." He said, "You have to go to this mountain. It looks at Mount Everest. It looks at the other side of Mount Everest. But it's this peak you're going to see once you know you at Mount Everest." He said, "You walk up that valley and the trees are yellow and blue looking." He said, "Once you get there, you're going to see this temple. And in the temple, the monks there are going to show you this flower. It's a blue flower. You take it and you crush it. And whatever you are using to get high, it makes it 10 times potent than what you're using. The dude was like, yeah, for real? He said, the perfect high. The dude said, all right, you go here, you go there, you go there. He said, yeah. Yo, I knew you knew where that shit was at. Thank you. Appreciate you. And he started off walking away. And the Buddha looked, and he got down the road on his way to get the perfect high. He said, people are quick to believe the bullshit than they do the truth. It's been Big Gene, Raw Deal, The Last Big Night. You know what I say. If they don't like you, fuck them and feed them beans. We chazzing up. And you got a problem with them, nip it in the bud. Peace.